North Queensland's call to keep our copper is loud and clear. But as we dive deeper into what the potential closure of the Mount Isa copper smelter and the Townsville copper refinery really means, the ripple effects are impossible to ignore. We're not just talking about job losses, we're talking about a chain reaction that could impact the future of our sovereign manufacturing capabilities and reshape regional economies, and the impacts to go even further. In this episode, we look at what this means for regional manufacturing from smelter to fertiliser production.
There's 540 direct employees. If you include Mount Isa and the rail, you're around 650. But if you look at the indirect sort of jobs that this operation supports, it's around that 2,500. We produce about 3,000 tonne of ammonium phosphate fertiliser per day out of here, so about 1 million tonne per year.
And that's the only plant like this in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, so the only ammonium phosphate fertiliser producer in Australia. With Phosphate Hill here, we need the sulphuric acid to make the phosphoric acid. We got a sulphuric acid plant at Mount Isa. It takes the met gas off of the copper smelter, and then we turn the sulphur dioxide in that met gas into sulphuric acid, which we rail down here by the Gaddix fleet. We use the sulphuric acid, which is a byproduct from Sun Metals, and the met gas is also a byproduct which we then convert into sulphuric acid, which we need to make the fertiliser. And then we ship out a manufactured refined product as fertiliser out to our country, and we pretty well are Australian supporting the Australian region. This plant here is very interconnected with everything. It's connected to the copper smelter, that goes further back to the copper mines. We are just a part of all of that, where we take a met gas stream off, we take input products from the sugar mills, we have inputs from all the local contractors to effectively get this operation having the ability to take a rock out of the ground and turn it into a product that is extremely usable.
If the copper smelter shuts down, Phosphate Hill is also at risk, putting at stake 540 direct jobs and 2,500 indirect ones, and the future of the largest fertiliser production site in the country.
As the Mayor of Hinchinbrook Shire, I'm very concerned about the situation occurring at the Mount Isa mines and the future operations of the Mount Isa copper smelter. The copper smelter produces sulphuric acid, and sulphuric acid is an integral ingredient in the production of phosphate fertilisers. We rely heavily on phosphate fertilisers to produce our crops. I am concerned that if the smelter operations cease, then Phosphate Hill will either have to source its sulphuric acid from elsewhere at significant cost to the production, or worse still, just cease production entirely.
We must keep our copper to protect the thousands of jobs in North Queensland. The copper value chain is real. At stake is 17,000 direct and indirect jobs across North Queensland, including the direct and indirect jobs linked to manufacturing at Phosphate Hill. In addition to copper smelting, North Queensland needs affordable gas and efficient transport to support industrial and resources companies and support future job creation. Our control over copper supply chains and regional manufacturing of fertilisers is critical for jobs in our regional communities. The potential chain reaction of the closure of the Mount Isa copper smelter and the impact on our North Queensland jobs must not be underestimated.
Keep our copper in North Queensland.
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 The time is now. Our message is clear. We know what we have to do. Keep our copper in North Queensland.